Hey guys, welcome back to the IGFA. It's Friday, which means it's time for another segment of IGFA's Greatest of All Time. Thank you to those who voted throughout the week. The winner was Bluefin Tuna. However, we had lots of people comment and say that they wanted to see the Yellowfin Tuna and to do both. So today we're going to do the Yellowfin Tuna and the Bluefin Tuna. So let's take a look inside these records and check out some of the greatest tuna catches of all time. So I'm not really sure the best way to do this, so we're just going to run through both records side by side quickly, and hopefully I don't miss anything. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know below. This is Guy Yoakum's 427-pound yellowfin tuna that he caught on September 18th, 2012 in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And over here we have the most iconic tuna catch of all time, the largest tuna caught rod and reel. Ken Fraser's 1,496-pound bluefin tuna that he caught October 26, 1979 in Ald's Cove, Canada, up in Nova Scotia. So something interesting about both records here. We have Ken Fraser's. He actually boated the fish at 11 a.m. that day and continued to fish throughout the day. So they didn't get an official weight until nighttime, and that fish likely lost several pounds. It was probably over 1,500 pounds when he caught it. On the other hand, Guy knew that he had a potential world record based on the size. I believe it was 88 inches in length, 62.5 inches in girth. So based on calculations, he knew it was close. They brought this fish in right away. They actually weighed it on two uncertified scales. Both of them were tested shortly after. One was found to be accurate, one was found to be inaccurate. So as long as they got that weight from the accurate one, it was eligible for the record. So let's look a little bit more at some of these records real quickly. Here's a couple pictures from Ken Fraser's. Just an incredible tuna. These are the only other pictures here in the record jacket. And then finally a black and white of that same image. What's pretty cool is this is actually signed by Ken Fraser. I believe he's in his 80s and he's still fishing today, which is awesome to see. And looking at the application here, it measured in at 119.5 inches in length, 99 inches in girth, caught October 26, 1979, Ald's Cove, Nova Scotia. He had a Fenwick rod and a Penn International 130H reel, size 14.0. He's using a 130-pound test. Unfortunately, we do not have the line or leader. It was stated as a 12-foot 3-inch leader. We likely have it somewhere, but it wasn't in the record jacket. And he was trolling mackerel for bait, and he landed it in 45 minutes. So the record jacket is just filled with letters, stories, newspaper articles. Here's a sketch of where he was fishing from Ken Fraser. We have the line test from the United States Line Testing Company, 102 pounds it broke at. And another interesting story, between October 20th and November 10th, their fishing season up in Nova Scotia that year, they caught 100 bluefin tuna, and they said that only one of them was below 1,000 pounds. So it was just an incredible year where they caught several up to over 1,300 pounds, including the 1496 all-tackle record. And they even said they thought they saw fish up to 2,000 pounds in some of the schools. So incredible stuff. Lastly, from this record, we have just a bunch of newspaper articles. Anytime you catch the biggest tuna ever recorded in the world, it's going to be all over headlines. So we have newspaper articles from just about everywhere in there. All right, so let's take a look at Guy Yoakum's catch a little closer. We'll look at the record application here. So measured in at 88 inches in length, 62.5 inches in girth, as I mentioned. He was actually bait fishing, so they were chunking to some tuna. The captain saw what he thought was a really large tuna. He wasn't sure, though, because it was deep. And they put out a chunk bait, and it actually took. Guy picked up the rod. It was in a rod holder and fought it by himself. He landed it in 50 minutes. Let's see some more information here. It was caught on the El Suertudo in Cabo San Lucas. Greg Di Stefano was the captain, and he was using a 19-foot 8-inch leader. So we do have the leader and the line sample here. The line broke at 101.19 pounds on average, so about the same breaking strength as Ken Fraser's back in 1979. So cool stuff here. Let's look at a few more of the pictures. Here's another one, Guy in the catch. Here's one of the whole team here. And we have the 427 on the IWS scale. As I mentioned before, he used 2 scales, but only one was certifiable. So we have the scale reports, and we do have testimony from everyone that was on board that day. So that's about all we have for these records. Thank you guys for watching. If I missed anything, I know I ran through them quickly. Feel free to comment below, and I'd be happy to look up some more information. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again next week.